Holy crap, after 6 tries, it actually works. Thank you, YouTube, for getting your shit together. I appreciate it. Um, Welcome back to the shop, everyone. I've been away for a couple of days. I was in Tampa this weekend. You guys know that. My friend is upgrading his shop. He moved from his small single lift shop to a much bigger facility. He now has 4 lifts and tons of room, and he's in a much nicer neighborhood, and it's just a better overall thing. His business is expanding, which is great. And let's see who's here. Hey Brian, what's up, man? Hey, I saw you made the cover of one of the pages on Facebook, which is pretty cool. Hey Liz, um, the Lemoniata. You guys go check out Lemoniata on Facebook. They do so much cool stuff, and they're running this really cool engine in their Miata. It's a lot of fun. Speaking of Miata, that's why I was a little bit late. I was in one of the Miata uh, groups, helping a guy out with seals and stuff on his timing chain, his timing belt cover. So I apologize for the lateness. The um, the fun part about the trip was seeing my buddy's shop go from this little tiny place that he's been in for a couple of years. He just started it, and it's grown so quickly, and he does great work. JDM, Eurospec, all the stuff, US stuff, he's fine with it. But he grew so fast that it was just everything was packed into this little tiny place. And it was like he was like a shop hoarder just because he didn't have any more room to put stuff, tools or diagnostics or anything like that. And he completely ran out of space. It worked fine for a little while, but he realized quick that he needed bigger. So he went and got a lot bigger, and he's got a really great facility now, really great. And so we helped him move all of his stuff. He had met some cool people, some people I didn't know before, and they're big in the car scene in Tampa and St. Pete, and moved literally his entire shop in about 6 hours, which was pretty cool. I got the one lift down, and then we had 3 lifts already delivered over there, and um, got those 3 lifts vertical, but we didn't get them. He got them mounted on Sunday, but they were all vertical and spaced out where they needed to be. So he just had to drill the holes. By the way, we'll talk about drilling holes in concrete in a little bit. Quick one for you was something I did, just a little upgrade, and it's not a huge thing, but if you have your own shop, it's the little details that kind of matter. And the tools and products and stuff that I recommend to you guys will only be tested by me and proven themselves. I don't get free shit from anyone. So these are things that I buy with my own money. And I try them out, and they're either tried in my shop in Ohio or they're tried down here. And if they can't kill them in the shop in Ohio, there's no way. We have so many people in and out of there. So when I recommend stuff to you guys, it's because it's proven itself without being free. And so I wanted to show you guys just one thing really quick with regards to airlines. I got the air hose hooked up there. So I'll show you this is not an expensive upgrade in any way, but it's a really good one. So what your air hose will come with is this guy, and this is a regular coupler. There's nothing special about it. It's brass. It has the little balls in there to catch your tool. And this one happens to be a female, not a male. And this is kind of standard what you get on every air hose. So what we swap them out to, and you can get these on Amazon. They're about $10. You can get really expensive ones. These ones are from Rapid Air. I don't know if you can see those. This one's also female because I have a male fitting on the hose there. And this one has a button on it. Now, the button, the first time, so you connect a tool. First time you press the button, it'll release the air pressure. This way, your tool doesn't go flying across the shop. The second time you hit it, it'll release the tool. So these are really good. They're very safe, and the double lock is really nice. I'll grab the one from there, and I'll just show you quickly how it works. These are well worth it. The other good part, this is hard plastic, so it's really durable, but it also won't scratch stuff, which is really nice. I don't know if it's plastic. I think it's ABS, but it doesn't have a lot of glass fiber in it. It's still kind of softish, but it won't scratch stuff, which is really nice. Especially if it, oops, touches the car, it's not going to carve any of the paint. So I'll grab that one. I'll show you how they work, the safety release ones. Give me a second here. I'm just going to grab little extra. It's always nice to have a nice long hose. So this is just a regular blower, just for air. And definitely get one of these. These are great for cleaning. So gun goes in. First click, now it's holding the tool. Then the second click, now I'm fully connected. This is going to be loud, so hang on. Okay, so now I have air going through there. I'm going to press the button once. It's going to raise the tool up and just release the air pressure on it. That's it. Now the tool's still in there, so if I want to go back, I just push the tool back in. But if I want to release it, I hit the button again, and the tool comes right out. But it doesn't go flying across the shop. That's the hose end connector you want. It's a lot safer. Anybody who's ever had like a blowgun or something and you've released it, it's shot across the shop or tool shot into the air or whatever, and then onto the car. Yeah. It's worth it for the extra, 10, 15 bucks or whatever. Get one of these. And like I said, they're durable. I just dropped it on the ground. Not worried about it at all. I'm going to close up the Miata hood while we're here. And it was funny, when I was in Tampa, we were using the Miata for spacing for the lifts to make sure that things were centered. The downside is we were drilling into concrete, so it got covered in concrete dust. It was very funny. Harrison went to use the only thing he had at the time was a detailing vac. And for some reason, the detailing vac sucked the dust in, but then sent it out the blower side. So it just filled it up with the whole shop with concrete dust. It didn't really work as planned. That was the only vacuum-ish type thing we had. So yeah, that didn't work out. But yeah, definitely these guys are very, very handy. They're super durable. I go through one about every 2 years, maybe 3 years. And this is from, dozens of people in my shop just dropping stuff or bonking it against stuff. And it works really, really well. So these have definitely proven themselves. Same thing with the hose reel. I think I talked to you guys about the hose reel. It's the one from Tractor Supply. It's the 75-foot one. It's the same price as the 50-foot one everywhere else online, but you get an extra 25 feet. The truth is, I don't need another 25 feet. I need another 3 feet. That's why I have the 75-footer versus the 50-footer, because just for whatever reason, 50 feet is always 2 feet too short. So that's why I got the 75. It's the same price. It's literally the exact same hose reel, mounting, everything, just a longer hose. So that's a much better deal too if you're doing air in your shop. Another pro tip, and this one doesn't really cost anything: put your air compressor outside your shop. There's nothing like being scared to death when the air compressor kicks on. So if you have it outside, it's a little bit easier. Now, I know not everybody can do that, especially those inside the Arctic Circle or those at the equator in the Amazon. You guys can't really do that, but it's a suggestion. So I have mine outside. I have a little rain cover over it for it's like for a barbecue. Just have a little rain cover over it. All the air lines run through the ceiling and to the air hose. Keep it super simple. This way you don't have a ton of stuff sucking up space in your shop, but also being really loud when you're trying to talk to someone. Hey, can you grab me that 10 mil? They can't hear you because the compressor's going burr. So try and put your compressor outside. Um, it's another helpful pro tip. So the other thing, that's all the cool shop stuff and tool stuff. Although, as you guys can see right there, I got a shovel because I've been trying to get the sprinkler system going here, and it's amazing when you don't take care of a yard or a house or whatever. So this house sat for 2 years, and what happened was landscapers would come by and mow, but everything overgrew. So the sprinklers actually sunk down while the grass grew over them. Now the sprinklers can't pop up. So the sprinklers are trying to come up through this, half inch of grass that's just woven itself over there. And so clearing off all those. And then I had a bunch of broken sprinkler heads because the landscapers don't see it and they just roll right over it. And, that's how that works. So I had to get a shovel. I dug out a bunch of the sprinkler heads and made sure everything was working. And now all of our big sprinkler heads are working. The smaller ones, I'm still going on. But the big ones are, I have almost an acre here, so the big ones are the important one. And the lawn actually looks really good right now. It's been very dry here, so sprinklers are a big thing. Um, the other tool stuff, and you guys can't see it because it's on the other side of the Miata. I'll show you what I'm doing here. And I fully admit I got this from a guy on. Whoop! That's what I was trying not to do. I got it from a guy on a Facebook group. These are your regular. Jesus, stop dinging. All right. And the reason it dings is because it has this stupid safety pin and then a safety pin for the safety pin. So these weren't on here before. They just added these recently, and it's terrible. Anyway, these are your regular Harbor Freight 3-ton Daytona jacks. They're a kind of a pain in the ass to keep around the shop. Usually they're on the floor, and usually they're going to be in your way. So in order to get them up and off the floor, I got these brackets on Amazon. They're super cheap. They're like $10 for a pair. They're black powder coated. It's super thin, cheapo black powder coating, but it looks pretty good. These guys get mounted on the wall. The jack stand, well, I should do it from the side. Jack stand gets held like that on the wall. That's what I was talking about, drilling through concrete. I got to drill those holes. So these guys will get mounted on the wall. We're going to go in that back corner over by the water purifier. And that's what I was laying out on the floor there. I haven't decided if it's left, 2x2 or a straight line of 4. So we'll figure that out. I'm going to lay this all out on the ground because these things are not light, and get the spacing correct. Template it up on the wall. Drill the concrete. Oh, drilling concrete. That's the one downside of Florida is that everything is concrete. Cinder block and concrete is the standard construction. So interior walls, you'll have drywall and everything. Exterior, there's no wood, there's no stucco. It is cinder block and nicely poured concrete. So yeah, I heard it's raining in Ohio a ton. So I saw the weather. I checked on the shop earlier today, and it looked kind of. I guess there was sunlight, but when I checked the weather, it said it was raining. So I know Ohio's been getting a ton of rain. Barely had any rain down here. We got some last week, about 2 hours worth, and that was it. So, and I just checked the weather. There's storms to the east of me, but nothing here. I don't know. Can we see stars? Oh yeah, yeah, plenty of stars outside. So clear skies again, and it was another beautiful day here. So um, that's about it for shop stuff. I'll update you guys with the jack stands and how they get mounted, so you can see how that works. It's just nice to have the jack stands up and off the floor. I know from my other shop having them kicking around, and I have the 6-ton at my other shop that'll hold up like a motorhome or a dump truck or whatever. Those things are huge. Those are a little different to mount on the wall. These are only the 3 tons. These ones, technically, you could put a whole Miata on one jack stand. But they're good jack stands, and you can get great prices on them. Just that safety pin thing is that drives you crazy. Drives me crazy. Let's see what's Brian saying. Yeah, Brian, try that out with the jack stands. Hopefully, that gets you a little bit of room, and also try out the air compressor outside. Um, you can get like a barbecue cover for like $20. That or I don't know. They also have like pool vacuum cleaners that are kind of cylindrical, and you get those covers. Same thing, like $20, and they'll go over your air compressor just to protect it from wind, snow, rain, uh, leaves, all that other stuff. So you can park it outside. Um, and the other good part is when you drain it, you don't have to have a drain pan. You just unscrew it and the water drains into the ground. So that's the other reason I like having it outside. Um, so yeah, increasing floor space. It's amazing. Like in the shop, you can see the built-in cabinets over there. I absolutely hate those. I if I could, I would get rid of them right now. I also have cabinets right here. Sure, for someone else it might work, but I definitely prefer shelving over cabinets because when I look over here, I have no idea what's in any of these. So I have to go through each one. I think my helmets are in that one, and in this one is my backpack. I think down here we have like weed control and bug control, and then I don't remember what's in this one. Oh, those are all the motorcycle straps, all the tie downs. So uh, that's kind of a pain in the ass. I would much rather have, instead of a 24-inch shelving unit or cabinets, I would much rather have a 24-inch shelving unit. That's just me. Yeah. Yeah. If you guys haven't checked out Brian's Miata, go check it out. He's got an awesome theme. And God, I forgot the name. It's been so long since I've seen the cartoon. I forgot the name of the female lead character in the. She was, I think she was like a journalist in the yellow jumpsuit. Anyway, they want her character as part of their crew and everything. It's really fun. They're having an absolute blast with it. And go check out the engine swap he did. I will not spoil it. Go check out the engine swap they did. It is awesome. So, oh yeah, April. Okay, cool. Now it's coming back. I remember all the turtles and the master rat, and then the the reporter, whatever she was, investigative reporter, and then I just couldn't remember the name. Oh, that's your wife. Okay, cool. Well, she's an awesome sport about all of it too. She's absolutely digging in with you guys, and that's great. So yeah, they have all the characters all ready to go for the whole Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, and then the Miata has the kick-ass paint job finish. I don't know what you want to call on it, but definitely go check out the engine swap and all the work that Brian and his guys did on on getting that thing up and running. And hopefully, we'll see those guys at Road Atlanta again this year, and maybe we'll see them at NCM. It's just so fun, and I love it when you pass me, man, because I get to see the whole car. Get to see the front, the side, the back. That's always tons of fun. Um, so for this week, what other stuff do we have going on? We have Sarasota Cars and Coffee on Saturday. Also on Saturday evening, we have, and this is a great name for an event. I don't know how they came up with it, but uh, I'm probably going to go to this just because it fits me so well. Track Horse at Bradenton Motorsports Park is Saturday evening. So we're gonna do. I'm trying to talk some of the Tampa and St. Pete folks into going with me to Sarasota Cars and Coffee, and then grabbing lunch, late lunch, whatever, and then going over to Bradenton for track wars and seeing some of the kick-ass cars over there. A lot of the uh, it's kind of like a test and tune, and it's a lot of local guys, and they have some pretty serious builds, especially here in Florida, where they work on them year round. So it's nonstop, and these guys are huge horsepower addicts, huge horsepower addicts. So that should be a very fun Saturday, and then hopefully we'll take Sunday to to take a break. It'll be nice to get the Viper out. I haven't had the Viper out in a little while, and other things we have coming up. We have Vipers at P1 Garage in Sanford, and that is on the 18th. That's the following weekend. I'm going to cruise up there for that. I've got a bunch of Viper friends. It is open to non-Viper people. As long as you're a car person, you're welcome to stop by. That's at P1 Garage in Sanford. And then that's on, I believe, Saturday. I think that's the 18th. And then after that, we'll be going to Tail of the Dragon. That is the 29th, 28th through June 1st. So, and just so you guys know, and this is just kind of a blanket thing, Viper events, 99% of Viper events are open to everyone. It is very, very rare for a Viper event to be invitation only or Viper owners only. They only have a few of those every year nationwide. So they are very hard to come by. Usually it'll be a holiday party or it will be a national event like NVE that's coming up in, I want to say it's in June or July. Uh, NVE is the National Viper event, and those things are invitation only. Those are huge events. They've like rented the entire track and all this other stuff. So there are there are events where it is just Vipers only. But if you see something online, I would say 99% of the time you're welcome to join us. Double check with whoever's hosting the event, but Viper folks are car folks from the get go. So the only difference is we own Vipers as well as other stuff. So we want to see all the other cool shit. We don't discriminate against stuff. If you bring a Ford Taurus with a whole bunch of shit from aisle 6 at Pep Boys, we're gonna mock you, but we're glad that you're a car person. So how's that? Is that a fair trade? I think that's a pretty fair trade. If you bring a full blast, you know, Mustang 302 double R, yeah, you're going to have a good time. You're going to make a lot of new friends. It's not Vipers only. It is car people only. And if you're a car person, you're going to like it. Again, same thing with the people. 99% of the people are super cool and they love talking cars. They love talking about their car. And so please don't hold back on that. Don't wonder if you're going to be accepted or if you're going to be liked or anything like that. It is pretty much open. Um, the only thing we don't have control over is if there's a fee. If it's $10 at the door or whatever. Sorry, that's what it is. I don't have any control over that. But you're still, you're welcome to join us. If they say it's a private event, then okay. But it's extremely rare. Extremely rare. This is not a Ferrari thing. This is not a Lambo thing where, you know, black tie only. It's none of that shit. It is, hey, bring your cool car. We'd love to see it. We'd love to talk about our cars and show off their cool stuff. That's what I would say that's what mostly what Viper stuff is about. Even at Tail of the Dragon. And bring your car. I've taken the Miata before to Tail of the Dragon and run around with the Viper guys. Nothing drives a Viper guy more nuts than being on their ass through Tail of the Dragon in a 125 horsepower car. Nothing drives them more nuts. Yeah. Yeah, Liz, and there's no wardrobe requirements. There's no jorts, no New Balances, no gold chains, no satin jackets, um, no boomer boards. None of those are required for any of the Viper events. So that's another bonus, I guess. Um, so yeah, if you do look around in your area, see if there's cool stuff. Definitely check it out, and shoot the organizer a message saying, "Hey, I was thinking of bringing my XYZ by," and they're like, "Yeah, sure." At the very most, they'll be like, "Yeah, there's non-Viper parking on this side." Okay, big deal. I'm still at the event, right? So I would say that literally covers 99% of the Viper events. It's hard to find one. Um, so anyway, Saturday morning at Sarasota, Cars and Coffee, which is, by the way, huge. Cars and Coffee, a couple thousand cars there. It'll be massive. It's the one that Cletus goes to with all of his gang, and his brother goes there, and there's a ton of really, really amazing cars. A lot of very cool retro stuff that's survived, because it hasn't been in the Rust Belt. It hasn't been, you know, slowly taken apart by time. And so there's a lot of cool cars up there. And then I haven't been to a track whores event before, but it sounds like I'd like it. I am a track whore myself, although not always at the drag strip. So I think I'll fit in there just fine. I really do. So that's what we've got coming up. And again, like I said, I'm going to try and take pictures and video for you guys. It's really hard when I'm doing both, trying to enjoy the event and get pictures and video for you. So I'll practice. I'll practice. I'm always practicing with this stuff. So that's it. And I hope everyone is having an awesome week. I hope you guys are enjoying your cars. I hope you're enjoying making them cooler and faster and better, and uh, reaching for your helmet because you're gonna go enjoy cool stuff with your helmet on. Um, so yeah, that's about it for tonight. When oh, and the limo's coming. So I talked to my buddy Michael. It should be here. I think he's coming down Memorial Day weekend, so it'll be just before I leave for Tail of the Dragon. So I'll bring that down. I'll give you guys we'll do a whole run through on the limo. Uh, I'll see if I can get a buddy down here to run camera because it is huge and it's not as much fun when it's, a static shot just because it is such a massive car. Like as of right now, if I had the limo where the Miata is, you would only see the front half of it. So like the back half would be outside in the driveway. Oh, hold on. I've never successfully taken video. Yeah, Brian, it is. It's really difficult to do that because when you're single, I mean, I'm just an individual. So when I'm at the track, I'm doing 800 things just for me in the car. Now I'm trying to, make friends, talk to the other drivers and other teams, like with you guys. Okay, I can pull that one off too. Now you want me to get my phone out and get cool low angle shots and super tech, overhead shot. Shit, man. Okay, I'll try. Now you want me to update those, like send those out. Well, I have to go put my helmet on and go out for an hour session. I'll do it when I get back. When I get back, I've got 500 other things. I got to fuel the car, make sure tire pressures are okay, check that the new driver's mic'd. I have 800 more things to do. So I try to do this. That's why from the racing stuff, I love the live streaming because we're just like, click, go. Whoever's in the car, you can see it on the side of their helmet. There you go. You can watch whatever you want. We're going to live stream the entire thing. If I had the ability to just wear a hat and live stream, and that would be great. But YouTube would turn me off after like 5 minutes because of all the F bombs I drop. And Facebook, yeah, they're probably not too hot on that either. So um yeah, I think on YouTube you only get 3 F bombs and then they demonetize you. But it actually doesn't even matter because I'm not monetized. I don't make any money from any of this. So, like, not a dime. YouTube doesn't pay me a single dime. So, um, and if they did, I'll preface this with how well the channel's doing. If YouTube does pay me, it goes right back into the racing stuff, right back into the car stuff. I'm not buying a mansion in LA. I will go get more race car stuff. I will go get more tech stuff, and I will bring you guys cool racing stuff. I have no desire for any of this stuff. And it's funny, a friend of mine I was talking with not last week. Yeah, it was actually last week. They're like, "Hey, how come you're doing all this Facebook and YouTube and Instagram stuff? Are you trying to get famous?" I'm already famous. I don't need to get famous. I'm famous in a different industry. So I don't need that. That's not a requirement for me. I don't have that uh that's not something I have to have. I'm not doing this to try and get famous or recognized or anything like that. I'm doing this because number one, I love to teach. And number two, I love doing it. It is an absolute blast. So that's why I do it, not because I'm trying to get on a a Lamborghini boat with 40 other influencers, the F1 race in Miami. I'm not I'm not trying for any of that stuff. I'm trying to get out on track with all of you guys and help you get out on track by doing cool shit with all the cars. So to get them ready. That's my thing. And go have fun. Do fun stuff like Sarasota Cars and Coffee, Track Horse, all that stuff is fun. And I'm also learning at the same time. I want to see what those guys are doing at Bradenton. I want to see the new Coyote stuff. I don't really want to see new LS stuff, but I'm sure it'll be there. I want to see old school, all of this, I learned from, and hopefully I'll bring it all to you guys. So that's the plan. But like I said, anything I make from this goes right back into racing. It's not going into the bank. Well, it goes into the fun car fund. How's that? I guess it does go in the bank. So that's why I appreciate you guys. Um, yeah, good. I'm glad, Liz. Uh, so thank you guys very much for hanging out tonight. Like I said, I'll try and get more stuff. It's going to be pretty much nightly when the limo gets here. So it's nice to have this little pause, get the shop ready, get stuff cleaned up, get all the tools I need, that sort of thing. And make sure my lawn's green because I'm going to be parking the limo outside. That's I don't have room to park it in here, so I have to park it outside with a big tent and stuff. So, um, yeah, thank you guys for being patient with all this, and I'll keep trying to bring you cool stuff while we're in the valley, and then when the limo gets here, it's just going to ramp up, and it'll probably be every day if I can work it out. Once the limo gets here, it'll be every day until the limo is 100%. So that's the hope. I appreciate you guys hanging out, and I love seeing the new subscribers. You guys are great. I get the emails from YouTube. They're like, XYZ subscribed, and then I come here and the subscriber count is up 4%. I'm like, yeah, that's great. You guys are liking what I'm doing. I'm going to keep doing it. I won't stop. So I appreciate everyone. Everyone have a really great night. Don't forget to show someone that you love them today. Give them a kiss on the cheek. Give them a kiss on the tip of their nose. Hold their hand. Give it a squeeze. It's really important for them, but it is far more important for you. All right. Thanks, everyone. And have a great evening. I will catch you very soon. I got to clean this Miata. Oh, so dirty. Dirty Miata.